I'm here at the Atticus Metal 3 tour. I'm with Lee from Born of Osiris, and how about just a little brief introduction?
Well, yeah, I'm Lee. I play guitar in Born of Osiris.
That's pretty sick. So we're about halfway through this set. So you guys are about to come out with new albums. So talk about that a little bit. What you guys are hoping you'll get out of that?
For sure. Like we moved into a house together about a year and a half ago, and so I think for like the writing process, it's been a lot stronger. Like there's so much like more, you know, of everyone putting their heads together and doing stuff. Whereas it used to be high school or like we lived with our parents, so it was pretty hard to write music before together. But now it's a lot better because of that. But yeah, we produced it ourselves this time as well. We produced bands on our own, off tour. So. It just made sense for us to do that. We recorded it at Bona Studios with a friend named Don Zinski, and yeah, I mean, we're stoked. It's an hour long. It's coming out on the 22nd.
All right, who are some of the bands you produced?
Oh no, none of like signed bands or anything.
Yeah,
like it's just like there's a band called 3M Project that we're really stoked about. They're from Illinois. We're by us. There's I don't remember all that, it was so good. But yeah, 3M Project is a band we're stoked, and we're hoping we can help them get to a point where they can get out of the small town that they're from. But yeah, no, it's more of like a off tour for fun kind of thing. We have a studio, but it's not like $1 million studio, so I'm not really doing like sound bands and stuff like that yet. But we'll see. We're doing our own record. We'll see what the future may hold.
So how would you describe the Illinois scene as compared to like everywhere else? What makes that stand out to you guys?
I think it's doing really good lately. I mean, like 4 years ago we got signed, and then after that, like Vela Maya, and after the Burial got signed out of the Midwest, and now there's bands Oceano and Monsters, another band that's recently getting signed. So I feel like just because of a lot of the bands coming out of there recently, that it's picking up. So which is cool, because usually it was always like East Coast, West Coast kind of thing. But now we're there's life in the Midwest too. So it's
yeah, your last album actually debuted, I think, but it reached its peak at 73, I think, on the Billboard chart. So what's that like for you guys to be in a metal band, and they don't usually get that high, to have an album get up to a pretty significant level?
It was really sweet. I think it was like Lil Wayne was like right behind us, but that's only because his album had been out for like a year, so that doesn't really count. But it's just cool to be like on charts with bands of that caliber. Just to be an extreme like progressive style band on Billboard charts is kind of crazy. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this one will get us higher. You never know.
All right. Talk about your guys' name. Obviously, Born of Osiris is kind of based off of Egyptian mythology or whatever, and you guys had a bunch of names before that. How did you come about settling on this one?
Well, I mean, there's like this Wikipedia site that say like we had all these member changes and name changes, but like with any band in high school, like your local band, you have member and name changes. It's not like Born of Osiris has had a bunch of name or member changes, so but like. I just think there's a lot of attention on what we did locally in high school, which probably makes people think that we've been like some unstable band or something. But we were called Rosecrans before Born of Osiris. We got signed by Sumerian, and they just decided that it wasn't a proper name for an extreme metal band, which I see that. And so they thought of some ideas. They brought Osiris to the table. They gave us like a 5-sheet packet with just all about Osiris and what he was all about and stuff like that. Thought it was cool, and so we tried to.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
So we just tried to, think of things that we could put with it, just to make it sound good. And so we did Born Of, and yeah, I think from there that's what it's been.
All right. You guys are kind of one of the prominent bands on Sumerian, and it's led some people to dub your style of music Sumerian core. Do you have any opinions on that, or?
I think it's cool that there's like a recognition of this kind of music, but like as I said before, all of us were bands from the Midwest, and we were all playing shows together, before we were on Sumerian Records. So certain people kind of coined it as Sumerian core, but it's been alive, you know, for a long time. A lot, like in the Midwest, I would say. I think those bands like us and After the Burial and Bail Maya, like people put that on us, like that term is what I've heard it most. And but I would just say it's because we were feeding off of each other, you know, before we were signed.
So do you have a favorite song to play live?
Well, now that we got the new album, I think those songs are kind of fun to play live, I would say, just because there's something new. The song Follow the Signs we posted recently on our MySpace and Facebook and stuff, and that's a good time because it's something new, but also kids have heard it. But there's two other new songs we're playing. One's called Recreate, one's called Devastate, and they're fun to play, but no one's heard them. So it's like, you know, it's not exactly the craziest part of the set. People are kind of just watching, and you know, it's like their first time to hear these songs, so they're kind of just
soaking it in.
Yeah, I would say so. But I mean, before this album, off the New Rain and stuff, I've always liked songs like Empires of Race, I would say, or like New Rain's cool. It's not one of the more popular ones off that album, but I just the guitar work is kind of fun in it. So.
Alright, do you guys have a favorite other band to tour with?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really cool, like I said, being with, you know, Bail Maya and After the Burial, being from where they are and everything. It's cool to tour with them because, you know, we did it before when we weren't signed, so to be able to do it signed and somewhat successful is fun. But this tour we're with Darkest Hour, and we just got back from Europe with them, and we've toured with them like 5 times. So those guys are some of the best dudes ever, and the more we tour with them, the more I enjoy their music and enjoy them as people. So those guys are really cool too.
Alright, is there a band that you haven't toured with that you would think would be pretty awesome to tour with?
I would love to tour with a band called Carnival from Australia, but they're not metal. So like, I don't know if that would ever work out. But I mean, metal bands that we haven't toured with that I'd like to tour with. If Sixth was still around, I'd like to tour with them. But I guess bands that are together now would be cool to tour with, like Sugar, Tour Baby, maybe some of those bands. I see all that happening in the near future, so that could be fun.
Alright, what kind of equipment do you use?
I kind of lately made the switch over to XFX, so that's taken over my live and studio rig. Actually, on the new album we used it too. So I was with Angle, and I still am with Angle amps, but I just use them to power the XFX, and then I power it through Orange cabs, and I play Ernie Bell Music Man guitars, and I think it's been a long time coming. It's been like 3 or 4 years of touring, but I finally came across like the perfect setup for me, and that's all those names that I mentioned out. There's not anything in my rig at this point that I would change at all, you know, so I developed good relationships with all those companies, and so it feels really good to be part of all those teams.
Alright, is there any kind of music that you listen to that might throw off some of your fans? Because most of your fans are probably metalheads. Is there any unusual thing you listen to that might surprise some of your fans?
Yeah, that band Carnival I said, I think they're just like, they're progressive, but they're not metal. They're just like, what's the one? They're, as I was saying, progressive, but they're like alternative progressive in a way. They're just an amazing singer and awesome instrumentals. I don't know if our fans would be into that, if they're into, you know, just crazy metal, but I'm trying to think what else. I mean, there's just so many bands. I actually don't really listen to metal a lot, so I would say everything I listen to would kind of be a shock to fans. And I think it makes for, you know, more unique songs, I think, which is what we aim for. But like when we're taking inspiration from like all these non-metal bands and we put it into metal music, I think it kind of comes out a little differently. So I guess that's what makes us who we are, is that we don't listen to metal music that much.
Alright, so you've got the new album coming out obviously on March 22nd. What are your plans for the rest of the year?
We're gonna do this tour, then we have 3 days off, and then we go to Canada with August Burns Red, and then we do some headlining shows back across to New England Metal Fest, and then we have like a week off, and then we do Bamboozle on the East Coast, and then we have a few days off, and then we do Europe with the Faceless and Bail Maya, and then we have like a couple weeks off, and then we do another tour this summer with like Chelsea Green, After the Burial, the rest of the band ones for today and there, so that should be a good time. I think there's 2 stages on that tour. That's just the stages that we're on, so it's kind of a new tour that's happening this year. that I label always putting on. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be great though.
All right. Well, I think that about covers it. So thanks for taking time to talk to us.
Cool interview.
And good luck with the new album.